Hey everyone, Miacidae here. Welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. Today we will be going into the Crimson Courtyard to get a little bit closer to the Viscount. The plan is to get through the blue key, through the blue gate, and then get to the yellow key. Hopefully that's about where this group will get safely, and then stop there so that they can get out with enough loot and get out alive. And then pick up from there, probably getting to the red key and then getting to the Viscount in the next few episodes that I do this in, just to kind of, like I said, do it safely. So this is all the gear that we're going to be taking. Should be enough to interact with just about every curio I want to interact with. This is why I didn't start one of the other screens. I didn't want to redo all of this. Just me being a little lazy. And then, so the group is me going in with the Falconer. She's going to be going in with rogue mode, so that's why we're going to be using gouge mostly in this setup. Eye Thief to either attack the back rows or what have you if I need to. Then Spirited Cry if I want to stealth her, and then reposition if I need to get her out of rank 4. She's then going to have the Crocodillian Fang and the Bone Saw for extra damage versus bleeding. We then have Rex the Trophy Hunter with Biting Blade, Teeth Rake, Trifuricate for a bunch of extra damage versus bleeding, and Bloody Ambition to utterly obliterate anything that damages him. We then have the Whip of Domination to get extra damage versus bleeding, extra bleeding chance for like Teeth Rake or whatever, bleeding duration, and then I have the Deep Stinger, so any attack he does should bleed. We're then bringing Vitalis, our champion Wraith, who's going to mainly be doing Guillotine and Hook and Slice, and then using Sap and Incarcerate. He's going to be bringing Demon Seal and Golem's Guise, so extra range damage and extra bleeding chances and bleeding amount and all that very, very good stuff. We're then going to be bringing Vetra as our healer. Considering the fact that we're going to be taking out a lot of enemies, I was kind of comfortable using Feedback Loop as our main heal, but she also is going to either have Energize or Shock Coma as her backup heal, Amplify for extra healing received and riposte, and then Phaser as her main damage. She has the phase-based diagram for scouting chance, and then Steel of Shalia for extra healing on herself and others. So that's a plan. I got the map brought up so I know where the hell I'm going. Let's get to it.
The feasting and revelry would last for weeks at a time. Great stone tables were set with such an abundance of rare delicacies that we would stuff ourselves until the exotic became mundane. When the lavish spread began to spoil, a ravenous gourmand gleefully proposed that we sample from the fetid pile of composting refuse. The notion was dismissed as decidedly unhealthy. But days later, he was found cackling madly atop a heap of rancid comestibles, licking his fingers in delight. The corpulent braggart could never eat his fill. Let him dine on sharpened steel tonight.
I don't think anyone here is going to get extra loot from anything, so we're just going to burn this with whoever.
Handsome reward.
And holy cow, I was not expecting that for our first loot. We're maybe possibly making out like bandits from this. Alright, switching to Rogue. And we are going to take out something.
Masterfully executed.
Riposte, because Chev's probably going to do something to us. Bloody Ambition. Too bad we didn't riposte that, because that's a lot of stress. What was that there? My cat just made the weirdest sound down at my feet. She's sleeping, so that's one heck of a dream. Okay, so Guillotine does more. And then also has the better bleed, so we're gonna put that on the Chevalier. And then we're going to do that, and it should go down to bleed. Then might as well do Energize. Once again. Holy cow, 2 hits and he's at 58 stress. Okay, Biting Blade. And Hook and Slice to take it out. Now it should bleed out.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
I'm actually going to stay in this spot, so we're just going to have the bird take it out.
Maintain the offensive.
And take everything. Let's put Feedback Loop on Quinn. This is not going to end well. We are going to Spirited Cry for the stealth. We are going to Teeth Rake to put a bleed on the Esquire. And then Guillotine the Courtesan. That way they're both bleeding for Quinn. Gouge, 1 down. Going to Amplify for more healing.
A brilliant confluence of skill and purpose.
Let's try to stun this guy. Aww. And then I can Biting Blade on him.
Annihilated.
Well, 1 down still. And Gouge.
Decimated.
Holy cow. Okay then. Well, taking what we can.
These nightmares.
I'm gonna move her back a bit, and we're gonna go down slightly. Oh, once again, taking what we can. Already full on loot. Wow. I do need the crests, so maybe I do this. And then I need to go up.
If only
Take this,
could staunch the flow.
and then we'll get rid of the money for that.
Otherworldly corruption.
I know these can actually stack, so. And in here there's a fountain, which I think can de-stress me, so we are going to do that. That helps significantly. And there's a blue gate we're going to need to go back to eventually. I'm not sure who's best with traps here. I wish I could do it on Rex, but it doesn't look like that's going to be a thing. So Quinn can get her 1 stress down. This is an empty room, then we can go up. Which will actually get us some more loot. I'm going to leave this for the way back because I don't have room, but this one here gets me an extra spot. So I can do this.
Waiting to be spent.
Then I'm gonna bring back heirlooms more than anything, so. Unless there's something like the jute tapestry. I mean, I already tossed a frickin' sapphire. That hurts. We are going to Feedback Loop again. And take out what we can. Furicate this one.
Obliterated.
That one goes... I thought that one went down to bleed. It had 2 health, not 1 though. But it goes down next round. Which means I should go for this one.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
And there we go. Unfortunately not going to be a heal, but that's fine.
A trifling victory.
I'm going to keep this just because it's worth a de-stress. I haven't gotten too far to get rid of like anything else, I think, so. And we're going to move you back, so just in case I want to stealth you. Moving on up. We are going to get rid of the sycophant first if we can. So gouge. Man, that thing actually has a little health. We're going to guillotine the manservant. Puts a significant bleed on it. There we go. Sycophant down.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
Then probably manservant to distress. Although I can't hit it. I can hit it right now.
Press disadvantage. Give them no quarter.
Thank you, guard. Biting blade again, or do I want to try Furicate? Let's do biting blade. And then amplify, just extra healing. Guillotine taking 1 out, just 1 left.
A faint hope blossoms.
And energize just because we can. Seal of Shalia's like healing everything there on our Tempest. It's kind of funny. Every time we do almost any action on her, it's an extra 2 heal. And we're gonna leave all that.
So clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
So, off to the left there is Bloodflowers that I was going to get. But I think I'm gonna leave that. I don't even really have the room for anything from this. Suppose I can, though. And I can just toss anything I don't want. I can take the crests, and then just toss that. Do a spot check on these. I'm fine to actually use some of the food, because if I get to the second half, I'm gonna be swimming in it. And that's gonna be a Croco that I plan on fighting. So let's do Amplify first. That's bigger crits.
And improvement.
And take out Sycophant. That way no stress. Let's take out the Chev if we have the ability to, because he's a pain in my butt. Then, how do we want to handle this? I don't think I'm going to throw feedback loop on. I'm just going to heal Quinn. I guillotine again. He is bleeding for what? 16? So I should be good to let him bleed out. And then I can just try Furicate. Alright. We'll take him out because of the action. One less thing coming at us. And then we'll just go at this up. And then he goes down on his turn. So I can heal. Then I'll just move them.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Oof. You know what? I can do this. Like I said, I'm going to have a lot of extra food. And I do want the extra crusts right now because there was a lot of things requiring crusts, even like around the Hamlet that I need. So that's going to be huge. I do plan on fighting the Croco.
Hideous mutation.
Unfortunately, just normal Croco, but oh well. I thief him. Oh, he has some resistance. I kind of forgot about that. Amplify. We are going to do a guillotine on him, just for the bleed.
Such a terrible assault cannot
Double
be left
oof.
unanswered.
I can teeth rake. Now let's do bloody ambition, just so he gets hit. It's a huge hit back. Like this.
Impressive.
38 stun bleed. I'm going to Spirited Cry because I can't do the move I want. This is gonna get extra damage when he does hit me. We're gonna heal Vitalis. So that's also gonna put the restoration on him. Teeth Rake. What's the debuff? Minus accuracy for 1 round. We can bite that. I brought the bandages for a reason. Let's give feedback loop for the armor piercing. Still don't necessarily have what I want, but we'll roll with it. Eye Thief.
A decisive pummeling.
Guillotine him again. He's got the dodge. So do we, evidently. Fighting Blade. Come on. There's that bleed back. That's what we need. Alright, Quinn has extra damage versus bleeding, extra damage if stealthed. So base damage of 30 to 35 plus 90% chance to crit.
A power
Purple
That's what I like to see. Unfortunately, de-stealthed, but
How quickly the tide turns.
okay. Okay, plan. Fighting blade. Big damage. Vetra. Gonna bandage you. We're gonna phaser so we can move back. Oh, screw you. Can't do anything of his from this row. Good plan. We can Eye Thief, leading him. Huge chance to crit. Trifuricate, if it hits, might take him out. There we go.
And power.
Ooh, a little close there on Vetra, more than I'd like. Sinister Scrawlings for the Gem Hunter.
Push on to the task's
What are
end.
these? Before I forget. Plus 7 crit, plus 20% stun chance, plus 2 scouting chance per unique gem in inventory. No such thing as digging too deep. And then set is minus 10% stress receive, minus 10% damage receive, and minus 2% crits receive per each 25 darkness. So I think that's per 25 below 50, but I could be wrong on that. That could be minus like 75 per, or that could be at 75, then that could be at 50, 25, and then 0. That's worded a little oddly to me, but I will take that. Definitely default party ordering. We're going to throw her in rank 2, which I should have had her in to begin with. And then we're going to take the Lost Treasury box.
Finding the stone
None of which I'm going to use.
test. Now it must be carried home.
Alright, we're a little stressed out. I think, yeah. Okay, so we're going to de-stress Vitalis, Vetra here. Tempest, little stressed down there. We're doing good. They can eat. Got 1 food check left. That's not great. Alright. And that should be the blue key. Alright. So we are going to Spirited Cry to stealth her, because that'll help with the Esquires. Oof. Oof. Let's do Feedback Loop on Rex, just because that'll also heal when who I have a feeling is going to get a little hurt. Let's take out the manservant. He dodged. Guillotine her. It's kind of cute he does that. Alright, we're gonna try this again and take out the wait a minute. Guarded by manservant. Guarded so manservant's guarding both of them. And we missed again. I mean, it was like a 60% chance. Probably should have used the torch there. Oh, everything in front of him he's guarding. Interesting. Didn't remember it working that way. Well, let's fry him. Still guarded. Huh. We'll pass that. We are going to take out the manservant. It's not really an option anymore. I need to take these guys out. Then let's go the Esquire. Need to heal Vetra. Or, yeah, let's just heal Vetra. Because if I take something out on Rex, I'll also heal people. There we go. Nice miss. Oh, hell.
A hand's breadth from becoming on.
That, 4 and 3. So that's not great. Let's do... Guillotine to take her out. Or hook and slice to take her out, and that missed. So I need Rex to take someone out. So let's do Eye Thief so that he's bleeding. Then I can guillotine him to bleed him for more, and then Rex can take out the courtesan. Ooh, I do not like those chances. I do not like them, I say. It's the debuff minus accuracy. We'll do that. Then 64. I'll have to take the 64, because otherwise... There's a better chance of hitting him. But it's not a guaranteed takeout if I don't hit him. So I'll go at her. Lovely. So I'm hoping...
Teetering on the brink. Facing
Vitalis lives there, yeah. Okay. Gonna use that. So at least she's healing for more than she's taking damage-wise now. And, see if we can't take out the courtesan.
A time to perform beyond one's limits.
Then we are going to guillotine the Esquire.
mortality clarified.
Now bleed should take him out.
A death by inches.
And then we're gonna end here. At least in this, for, you know, Crimson Courtyard, because this is the blue key. So all I have to do is open this. And then go back to the blue gate. I was planning on doing more, but the group's not in good shape. I have a Crimson Curse. I mean, not that I won't, like, continue to have this Crimson Curse. The group's not in good shape. I was planning on going to the yellow gate, but a few bad misses and stuff like that. But I got out of there with a lot of good stuff. That's what matters. Everyone's alive.
Timeless.
Got a lot of good stuff. And hell, I think this just paid for the supplies. Interested to see how many of these I brought back. I think this is almost enough to, like... I know I haven't upgraded the Survivalist, or I may have upgraded the... I forget what it's called off, because I never use it. But the person who sells the trinkets, and I knew I've upgraded her a little bit, but not too much. So, like, that might be enough to upgrade, like, half the line just with that amount of crests alone. Gambler and On Guard for Rex, replacing Yokai Hater. So, I mean, I'll actually take that trade. I don't like Gambler, though. So, while I'm getting Scattering off, or not Scattering, while I'm getting Stress down on Vetra, I might get Gambler off on Rex. And then Scattering isn't the worst thing in the world on Vetra, but it's not great because, like, all of her damaging skills are ranged, if I recall correctly.
Trouble yourself not with the cost of this crusade. Its noble end affords you broad tolerance in your choice of means.
Yeah, that brought me up to 183 crests and brought me to 130 deeds. Now, technically, I have enough to say get the Anathenum and a few of these other things, but I am saving up for the Altar of Light. There are a few other things around here I could get, but yeah. A few of those are pretty good, but I figure I should probably fully upgrade, say, like the Nomad Wagon at some point, just because some of these trinkets are pretty good, but I haven't upgraded the wagon size at all, just the Merchant Network to reduce the cost, because I was getting the Color of Madness trinkets there for a bit. So at some point that would be a good thing to grab, and then I probably should get the Survivalist upgraded. So I should do that, but first thing on the list is crests are needed for like every upgrade around the Hamlet. And I haven't fully upgraded, say, the Sanitarium, which is expensive as hell if you don't know. So now getting this off of Rex is as cheap as it's gonna get. So let's get rid of Gambler, which is only gonna be 1,300 gold now. So he's a bad or he'll only gamble and he has deviant tastes. He's also, I didn't notice this, but he's also a known cheat. And he's a gambler, so he's not allowed to have stress relief. I need to get rid of Gambler, because otherwise he cannot relieve stress in town. I hate when combinations like that happen. While I'm at it, I'm also going to get rid of Weak Grip on Life, just because I have this is the team I'm mostly going to be using to get through the Crimson Courtyard. I'm not sure about actually fighting the Viscount, but Weak Grip on Life is not good. 10% death blow resistance is bad. Calm is not good either, but I'll get rid of the really bad one while I can. And Vetra just needed stress relief. So, in you go. That being said, I need to figure out something else to do. The Daruma, actually, I found to be a very good trinket, so I might go get that. Contagious Blade for... Oh, that's kind of cool. Skin Prey will no longer produce prize skins, but will blight the enemy party for 3 rounds. I'm not sure there's a DD1 example for this, but there... Oh, does the Examinate have it? Are you, buddy? No, he doesn't have it. So the DD2's Flagellant, or like the Examinate is kind of based off of the DD2 Flagellant, has a skill that works kind of like this, where they will target a corpse, the corpse goes away, and you blight nearby enemies. It works kind of like that, and I find it to be a really cool ability. So I might go get that, but it hinges on the fact that you would need a corpse, which that's the thing, is when I do stuff like that, I'm usually throwing them into a blighting group already, or a damage over time group already, and in this game, if the enemy dies to a damage over time, you do not get a corpse. That's the downside of this. So, I don't know. I'm really tempted to get it because it seems really good. Because level 5 would go to like 6-7 damage over time. 7 damage for 3 rounds per corpse used. Or maybe not. Maybe that's just a one-time skill use, but I'd have to play with it a bit and figure it out. But that would make it really good in, say, like the runes and the cove. Yeah, let's do that. We're gonna level up my boy Matthias. Who else do we want to use then? I got a big upgrade for Ghost, so we might as well use him while we can. Alright. So, since we have a little bit of downtime before we go back into the Crimson Courtyard and try to blow that place back up, and I think I want this Contagious Blade. I'm going to be bringing in a group to both get money and just destroy the boss. So we're going to be going to get this Contagious Blade. So we're going to be bringing Ghost the Vessel with Nail Strike, Piercing Slash, Lace Rating Cyclone, and Crippling Lunge. I'm going to be bringing my new toy, the Mark of Pride, so all of his melee skills get plus 15 accuracy, 10% damage, and 4 crit. It's really good. It's one of my favorite trinkets for the vessel. And then we're going to be bringing the Wayward Compass, so he gets plus 2 crit, and then 15% scouting chance. We're then going to be bringing Pernicosis back in, the Lawbringer, with the Bellator S requests. I'm not sure how to pronounce that one, if I'm being totally honest. And the Crescendo Boxer plus speed plus 15% damage, so he's going to have a total of 30% extra damage if he's above 50% health. And then mainly just doing extra damage to add onto the vessel there. Matius is actually going to be our healer once again because we are finding out that's really, really good. So he has a Pestilent Crown and the Amethyst Head for extra restoration. And then just because he has one more dungeon in him, the Farmstead seems to be really good for this. If I use him for all the curios and all that stuff, we have the Practitioner, our sashimi here. So he's got one last run into him before he gets to champion levels. So I'm going to be bringing Kraken Ribbons just to bump him up one last time. And we're going to see how much we get out of him. So he has the Crystal Fuda just to do extra damage. I'm not going to have him as a healer this time. And because he's doing damage, he also has the Ancestor's Candle. Because Candle can't go below 50% here. That's also going to give him dodge. So he's got a total of about 35% extra damage there to add onto his Combusting Talisman. We might rip the boss apart. Pop these. Omamori is not going to do me much. Might as well get rid of it while I can. And let's use a key.
Wealth beyond
First stack of money. Why was food in the drawers? And a debuff talisman, or amulet. Vessel for the trap. Moving on along. My voice sounds a little trash to me right now, and that's allergies for you. Yes, it's winter and my allergies are acting up. Almost winter, I'm not sure. It's December. Alright. Might get a trinket out of this one. I know I have too much food, so I could trade the food out for this, but I'm really not a fan of that Hydra scale for the Kraken Slayer. That's a lot of downside for not the greatest upside, if I'm being totally honest. I will take it, just to say I have it. But that's one of the first things I'm going to be trading out. Only use 3 food there because the Forsaken does not eat. I'm not sure I'm going to get the Miller's thing from her this time around because I already have it and I did not bring it. And we will go at the one in back because it has half the health.
Annihilated.
And double the actions. I think... Oh, I thought this was a bleeding one, not a stunning one, if I'm being totally honest.
Eradicated.
Ghost has that handled. Then we'll Ignis Ember so we can hit the Scarecrow in the middle. And we'll Plague Carrier. Actually, I didn't mean to Plague Carrier, I meant to Runic Empowerment. Focus for the accuracy. Self-immolation. Cook the fish. Cook the sashimi. It's not sashimi anymore. It's just grilled fish. Still good. Actually kind of craving it today. Might have that for dinner. Alright, we're going to shove. Love the changing colors there. And then we're going to Swift Justice.
Decimated.
And then we're going to Runic Empowerment. And move back by 1. Nah, we'll end the fight. We will heal right now, but the Lawbringer should be able to finish this.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Juggernaut, I suppose, since double action.
Press the
Taking what we can.
Give them no
We're
quarter.
gonna take the artifact here. Actually, wasn't expecting to use the anti-venom this early, but we'll do it. So I can take the artifact of fervor there. We're gonna default party order. We'll leave the rest. We'll talk to Mildred. This anguished creature, I can speak, I swear. This anguished creature does not seem hostile. Yet. I got a jade. I'll leave it. I'm gonna go down to the secret room there. I'm not sure what secret rooms in here actually do. I'm assuming I can use my skeleton key, but it might be something else. I'm on to you. We'll use a shovel.
If only
Hey, skeleton key.
could staunch the flow of
We'll leave that stuff. As much as I want to grab it, we'll leave it. Probably should have used sashimi for that too, by the way. Oh, I am taking this. Hey, you can go away. Yeah, we'll do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I know where I'm going. Kind of funny that the secret room popped there, even though the door is right there, but I guess that's just where it was. We can pop this for the buffs because we're not going to run into that many rooms.
Respite. A chance to steel oneself against
Eat until we're
horrors.
We can eat the stress. We're going to Hone Blade for the melee damage and crit. Don't think I need the speed. Gonna produce an artifact. I do not want to get rid of his speed, so we're going to take the stress on the nighttime ambush. I got 6 left, so let's do Law Enforcer just for the virtue chance. I'm not sure we're gonna take too much stress there, but virtue chance is nice. We're then going to do Palm Divination. Actually, no, different plan. Unholy Prayer, that way, protection. And then we're going to do Encourage. Just get rid of that stress. And then we're going to get that off. Too bad I didn't scout that. Oh well. This should be the fight. 143 health. Let's go, Miller. Piercing Slash does more damage, also goes to protection.
A decisive pummeling.
We are going to do Self-Immolation for the riposte. We are going to shove. And we are going to Juggernaut for the riposte. We are then going to Necrotic Plague him, so he will blight everything. That's just stress.
Fear consumes the mind.
That is for 2 rounds, so if I do Combusting Talisman now, I think we're good. So he's guarded by this thing now. Nail Strike. Going to Runic Empowerment so we can get to the healing part. Ha ha, ha ha ha. And then Blight. Although the stress is not great. That's 8 stress for 4 rounds. We're going to get rid of that. We're going to pop the torch for the extra accuracy. And we're going to long arm this. And then we'll Swift Justice him down so we can hit the Miller.
Destroy them all.
And we'll Plague Carrier so we heal everyone. Very nice 8 heal there. A little more on Matthias. Let's do Piercing Slash and 1 hit. So Nail Strike. Get Riposte back. No mater for you.
Gnawing uncertainty. The birthplace.
Ha ha ha. Burn, baby. And then he blights everything. We're going to do Long Arm again, methinks. A little bit of resistance there, but that's fine. Then if I do Swift Justice, doesn't do what I want. Juggernaut, so we get the Riposte back. And then Nail Strike. Combust him. So we burn down him and his farm.
Gently. This is how a life is taken.
3 people were posting him. He's not having a good day. Since you're blighted. Oh, that's not gonna work. We'll just Runic Empowerment again. And then we're gonna have fun. So shove the Sleeper's Herald. It goes down.
As the enemy crumbles.
Just him left. Add Mordum.
Nothing lives for long on these barren fields.
Definitely taking the blueprint. Definitely taking the Comet Shards. We can switch Buddha out here for the crests. And probably can just do this. Now, I don't feel like I need the Oven Mitts because Bleed and Blight resistance isn't the biggest thing on the runaway. And Slippery Boots I'm pretty sure I have. Now, I'm going to keep going here. Because there's a lot of stuff to still get, so we're going to go straight up, grab these 2 curios, then go down. And if things get bad, we'll dip. Now this is a negative quirk removal. Heavy-footed would be decent to get rid of, and otherwise God-fearing. God-fearing, because that's more ways I can get rid of his stress in the Hamlet. Ugh, frozen. Do you think he still whips them? 'Cause he whips the normal maters to get them to work. And then he just whips the crystals. Anywho, let's burn them. Then Piercing Slash. Wonder if I can long arm him forward.
A singular strike.
Not by much, but it's something, yeah? We'll Ignis Ember them. Now, I do have a plan if our Forsaken goes. So I'm going to Necrotic Plague this one. So when this action goes, it's going to blight the rest of them. So I don't really need the heal right now. And this is going to be the hardest one to get at. And we're going to Nail Strike, hitting the Foreman. He's like one of the bigger threats right now. We are going to shove him. And I'm going to Ignis Ember these two again.
Formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
And combusting him.
Precision and power.
That's a nasty blight there, eh? 3, 11. We can set ourselves up to be like fully healed after this. So Plague Carrier. Just 8 heal for 2 rounds. Yep, Ghost goes now, so we're going to do this. Take out the one that has more health. Then Sashimi, you do you. Burn, baby, burn. Comet Shards are nice.
A trifling victory.
Taking the rest.
But
I
a
really
victory
don't think I
nonetheless.
need the bandages there. Let's trade these out for the busts. I did go in here with the hopes of getting money, but at the same time, the money hope was for like the artifacts. So I'll take as many heirlooms as I can get. And unholy hell, I don't like this mash. Getting rid of the crystallized hen. I'm gonna burn this thing. We're going to shove one of the whipping vines. Can't move it, so that's decent. And then I just add mortem this thing down. I might be able to. That's gonna hurt like hell. I guess it doesn't have much of one yet. Then while plagued after attack, it's not gonna attack, it's just gonna do a terrifying advance. I'm not sure this is gonna do what I want it to. I can still blight this one, I suppose, and it's going to blight the jeweled snail. Yeah, so when this one goes, it's immune to blight. Never mind. We'll just help get rid of these vines faster. Helps to look at things sometimes, so we're just going to do this. Get rid of the vine. Oh no. Ow. Yeah, that reflect damage hurts. We'll get rid of this one. Gotta stupidly do something. And we're just gonna target the corpse for now.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
Because then we get this. Might be able to take out the vine before it does anything. Come on, come on, come on, ghost, come on. Thank you, good boy. Ooh.
Ghoulish horrors.
Well, it's the artifact I
Driven
don't
into
have.
the mud.
So I probably haven't technically scouted these two hallways. nor these two. So I'm not sure if I need the shovel or not. I forgot to use the holy water on the boss. Let's get rid of those. They can eat. Good Zeor trap removal. 60. Yeah, we're gonna keep the ghost.
Mechanical hazards. Possessed.
I'm gonna go up to this curio. Make sure to open it with sashimi, because artifact. And there's a chance I use all of that, so keeping what I got. Shame it's already been looted. Ooh, Reverie. This may hurt. I take out one of the vines. They both have the stunning capability, so it doesn't really matter which I go for first. Just gotta take them out so they don't stun me. Then we're going to do this. And Swift Justice. And another one down. We just have this guy left, who potentially may hurt like hell. The downside of this is I'm not going to be able to blight him. And he has protection out the wazoo. So we're just gonna kind of do what we can here. What would Ad Mortem do? Not enough. We're gonna Swift Justice him. Combusting Talisman. And then we're gonna set up the heal because he's about to hurt me like hell. Okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought, but it still hurts.
A brilliant confluence of skill and purpose.
I probably should get rid of the aberration too. So, let's see here. Ghost, aberration.
Be gone, fiend.
That's the heal. And I might be able to get rid of the Reverie. We'll see. So Swift Justice does 7 to 13. This does up to 24 with the crit. And it did low end. Lovely. So now it does extra damage. Yay!
The bigger the beast, the greater the glory.
Taking what we can. Did I scout it all? I did not. I'll do that for now. I think this one needs the anti-venom if I'm being too honest, because blighted. So I don't think the medicinal herbs would have done much there. Know Your Curio doesn't work in here, so it's not like I actually would have figured that out. Or like knowing that. We'll take the shovel. The key is going to be useful in there, and I'm going to be stupid. I traded out the wrong thing, but that's fine. I meant to trade out the food, which is right here too. And we'll do that because we got a full stack of food now. I'm not sure if there's a thing right there for like a blockage, but we'll see. Crystals are always good. That's like a trinket or two right there that I get to choose. And more cultists on the farm. So we're definitely getting rid of one of the enchantresses. I mean, it dropped in one hit. Of course, Serfs put up more of a fight. We are gonna Necrotic Plague this one because it's gonna blight the other two. Hit this one. When he goes off, it's gonna blight these two. Which now, because this one's blighted, it's going down, so we're going to pull this one. And then Swift Justice should take it out. With the blight, yes. So just this Gladiator left, which is now gone. So poof. Poof.
Slow death. Unforeseen.
And I don't think any of that's going to do me good. Checking for the scout. There is no scout. I'm going to trade this out. Stupidly. I'm going to expressly say stupidly. Okay, I might get rid of heavy-footed here. Because neither of these are too bad for me. And now he has slightly more speed. Which is a thing just because of him using Runic Empowerment. Alright, we're gonna take care of the Vine.
A powerful blow.
The stun there. We're gonna go at the Foreman next. Long arm him. And then Swift Justice him. Oh, I thought this was a plus speed, not a act first. Nonetheless, we're gonna Necrotic Plague, the Mater. That way when it goes, it's gonna blight the other two. Like that. Going to finish off the Foreman. He's a bit out of range now. So let's Swift Justice onto the Mater. And Combusting Tails from him. Blight should take him out now because of the Petrified Mater, as long as I don't take him out.
Great is the weapon that
Like
cuts
that.
on its own.
We can finish him off with the Life Strike. Or Plague Strike. Life stealing hit, nonetheless.
Victory's mount.
And then we get to trade everything out. So I get one more interaction with that as long as I keep this. So let's trade this out, because it's worth a bit more. And hope for the best. Well, extra 1,500 gold and Tormentor's Helmet, which I'm pretty sure we have. However, the extra one as a spare helps. And then we get the Contagious Blade, which was the whole reason for going there, and extra deeds and crests. And a grand total of around 30,000 gold. Between, reward and collected treasure, and a whole bunch of heirlooms and an extra blueprint, which I'm gonna need. Ghost hit level 4, Pernicosis hit level 4, Matias hit level 5, Sashimi hit level 5, almost level 6. There's only one situation I know that Sashimi would have gotten syphilis. What did you do with Mildred? What did you do with Mildred? Don't tell me. And then Ghost got Fear of the Unholy, and I'd be on guard too. Because of this. Jeez.
An eternity of futile struggle. or penance for my unspeakable transgressions.
That is a very odd sequence of events. Then I get blood signature, after what Sashimi did. One of the new recruits disappeared with only his bloodied signature left behind. There are no clues in spite of arduous investigations. 2 less recruits than usual. Changed number of recruits from regular weeks. So, people just decided, nope, I'm out of here. Otherwise, this would actually be a really good week for recruits because all of these heroes are really good. Just not ones I need right now. So in the Abbey, people need to de-stress. So we are going to do that. Sashimi, please get rid of that. I'm gonna get my trinkets back. And I have some shards here, so I might go and get another thing or 2 or 3, depending upon what I see from this list, because as you can see, some of them are as cheap as like 20, 25, and some of them are as expensive as like 100, so it's all dependent on what I see that I want for our heroes, but some of them are really, really good. So yeah, I just gotta take a look at that again, and then gonna take a look around the Hamlet once again, see what is available, what we want to do. If there's anything that looks really, really good, which it doesn't look like once again. I do have the ability to go like use the Trapper and the Estranged in the runes though, so that could be fun, especially with the new trinket I have for him to test him out, or the Cove. Otherwise, I can go back and do the Viscount's Courtyard next time. So I'll have to see kind of where we're at and what I want to do. Oh, Miss Andri needs stress relief. I didn't catch that. And kind of go from there. Just in case I decide to do something else, I might throw Rex in there. So that's going to be the plan. Either next time playing with both the Trapper and the Estranged in a group, kind of testing out new toys, because I have the new fun trinket that can spread blight with corpses. Or I might be going to the Crimson Courtyard just to get this out of the way as far as we can. I'll figure that out. But that'll be it for this time, so it really helps out the channel if you like the video. If you like it, dislike it if you dislike it, comment, subscribe, and all that YouTube jazz. And otherwise, as always, I wish you all well. I'll see you next time, and please, have a good one.